Tory, you might be able to tell, he's a bit of an introvert at the moment. Virtually, his go-to reaction when he gets around people and all that is the same to what most of us have when there's a cop car behind us while we're driving. So, appreciate it. So, I'll give you the Tory story real quick. So, I've had Tory since day one. My mother whelped a litter, and Tory was born deceased. Yeah, there we go. So what happened was my mum resuscitated Tory when he was a pup. So the way he got the name was after she spent about 10 minutes giving him a little calisthenics class in front of the heat lamp and everything like that, he let out his first yell and my mum screamed at the top of her lungs, "Victory!" So that's how he got the name Tory. His race name was Cacciatore. He looked like $1 million, he went like a 2-bob watch, but he's my 2-bob watch. And the reason is, you might be able to tell, he's actually got a warped shoulder. So it's nothing to do with a racing injury, just because he was in there and he got a little bit slanted. So he's not doing a pose or anything like that. That's just how Tory is, and I love him for it. If you want as well, we can count how many times he yawns during the show. He's a bit of a yawner as well. So that's Tory for one. I've changed my set a little bit just to kind of make it a bit more kid-friendly, if that's okay. So Tory's a bit of a big deal. I come from Gawler, and Tory has never paid for a lunch or a breakfast in his whole life. I always have. I remember I went to McDonald's once and went in there, I ordered an iced latte and a pack of 24 nuggets. And the person behind the counter just said, "Oh, they for you and your dog." "Yep." "Well, if you wait a minute, we'll cook them up fresh." "Well, I guess I'll just get fucked then, won't I?" And a naughty word, that's just the first band-aid there, I swear. Now, first of all, I'm going to address the little elephant in the room. Now, first of all, I am going to say some naughty words, I am going to say some naughty things, but I want you kids to know something. Every time I say something naughty, and I have done it my whole life, I lose one hair. You know, I've never once asked for this haircut when I'm 19 years old. You know, I've never asked for this haircut. I've never went into the barber and said, "Mate, do you like Seinfeld?" "Yep." "George Costanza?" "Yep, I have one of them." So, with Tory as well, we do a little bit of volunteer work. So Tory goes every fortnight to an NDIS group and all that, because as you can tell, he'll just stand here like a statue and take pats all day. And the best part is I don't think there's only one kid in the group I think calls him Tory. He gets Toby, he gets Trevor. One kid just calls him Wow. So it really warms my heart. I should be doing material, but he is I've never really thought I would needed a reserve dog in my life. I've always had dogs, I've always had greyhounds in my life. My family's been in the greyhound industry forever and a day. My last name's Gray, that's just meant to be, it really is. As weird as it sounds, I wouldn't actually be here now if it wasn't for the greyhound industry, because my mother and father, they met at the track, and that's virtually, they never met, they would have walked past each other every day of the week for God knows how long, and I wouldn't be here now. But when it comes to greyhounds, when it comes to Tory, and everything like that as well. He does a lot of things. He's got two bad traits. He's a fussy eater, and that's not his fault. And he molts a lot, and that's not his fault as well. But it's a real kind of dagger in my heart that I spend most of the day having to clean up hair around the house, and none of it's in. And we're both extremely, funny enough, we both have certain things with when it comes to confidence. Now, Tory, as you saw, he sniffed a few dogs and everything like that. He's not really a playful dog. I never thought I'd needed kind of a quiet and reserved dog in my life, but it's got to the point now, I've only just, and I know I'm only turning 39 this year, but I just got to my first point where I realise I'm starting to get old. And it's because everyone has that probably that first story where they go up and my knee was a bit bad, my back was a bit bad. What happened was I was driving Tory in, and I drove past a sign that just said garage sale, and I made an audible noise of excitement. Just driving down, garage sale, I think I just went, ooh, ooh. I hope that's the start of motor, but no, that was me. So Tory and I, we're both kind of shy around the opposite sex as well. He's got one other greyhound called Jan, which he adores, right? But he's never tried anything frisky. Now I'm the same when it comes to girls as well, right? A lot of things like that intimacy terrifies me. It really does, right? Little known fact about me, I didn't know what a tampon was till I was 23. Right? I always thought the tampon and the pad were kind of the same thing, and it just kind of slapped on there like those wristbands we used to have in the 90s. I don't know if anyone remembers them. But there is a lot of things like so Jan is Tory's favourite, right? And again, it's a lot of things like girls really it scares me. A lot of stuff like that scares me. Like when I was growing up, when I was a kid, my family had greyhounds, so I spent my whole time more around animals than I did people. So that's why probably now it's a little bit weird. Like when everyone's having their kind of their first girlfriend and everything, I was teaching pups how to walk on leads. It's a wonderful thing. It wasn't until like my first kind of real when I dipped my toe into sex for the first time, and just going to Wendy's and watching girls make hot dogs. I don't know if you ever noticed, but 15-year-old me, we cracked on pretty quick. First thing they do is they get the bun, they guide it onto the shaft. Then they twist, they turn it so it's in just the right place. Right, then they take it off. What do they do next? They put the sausage in the hole. They squirt some sauce and mustard around the rim. Sometimes I order two, not for Tory, it's just because I feel like I'm getting a threesome. I know a lot of this is rude, and I apologise. Remember, don't say any of this at school. On the drive back, go to the parents, just ask everything. So there's a lot of things. Oh, there's one thing. So the one time I did actually kind of get to meet a girl and the stars aligned. I lived at home with my mother at the time, my mother who well Tory. And all the stars aligned, and I lived in a granny flat at the back. We kind of tried to sneak through, and my mum was out the back having a cigarette. Right now, has any parents here, or have anyone ever been cockblocked by their parents? Accidentally, right? My mum did. Right? We went to the granny flat. Now this is 15 years ago. Netflix didn't exist. You know, so I tell mum, oh mum, this is such and such, this is mum. We're just going to go to my granny flat. We're going to watch a movie. Right? Now we all know what that means. That's a code 15 years ago. We know what that means, right? My dad knew what it meant. Gave me a wink, little thumbs up. There you go. My mum generally thought we were going to go watch a movie. So there's no way to work. We're halfway through the deed, and my mum must have thought, well, they're probably at the climax of Cool Runnings now. They probably need some refreshments. And she just walks in holding 2 cups of tea. And she sees what we do, and she drops the tea, really dampens the mood and the cup. But anyway, I apologise to the girl. Obviously, nothing else happened from there. I apologised profusely and said, I apologise. Look, I'll take you back in the ball. I'm so sorry this has happened. I really apologise. I was embarrassed, right? No joke, probably changed. 4 or 5 minutes went past. I opened up the door to my granny flat, and there at the door of my granny flat, right, there were 2 new cups of tea. Right? With a little note next to it saying, when you're done, with a smiley face. And a plate of biscuits. Now you think that's adorable, that's so nice that your mum did that, right? That's so wonderful. She probably felt embarrassed for a bag. No, my mum thought I'd be that quick, but the tea would still be hot! It was, but you know. Earl Grey, quite milky, 2 sugars. I love you, mum. Right, so there's a lot of things like that. So two quick stories before I go. So I'm not a fan of. So I've got a few sex stories. I'm going to leave them off, but I am going to tell a drug story. I am going to tell that, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not proud about it. But once I tell you these 2 drug stories, you would have heard 100% of the drug stories I've had in my life. Right, that's really is. And they are, number 1, I once did cocaine in Zimbabwe, which is a sentence no one should ever utter ever. I don't want to say doing 3 lines at a house party in Muspeki Day in Zimbabwe changed me, but before I did, I was a very proud 23-year-old Nigerian woman. And the other drug story I did mushrooms in Amsterdam. Now, this isn't a PSA. You ever get a chance? Do mushrooms in Amsterdam. Right? I remember I went there once and I went into the store and I said, can I get some mushrooms? Right? And they came in packs of 2. How strong do you want it? 1 through to 5. Give us 2 ones. Went there 2 ones. Kind of that feeling where you get half a cup. It felt lovely. I went back the next day. I was like, give us 2 5s. I had the first. Let me see where this is going. I had the first 5. Nothing happened. About 40 minutes went past. I had the second 5. Now I don't know. You think 5 and 5 equals 10. I can't tell you what 5 and 5 equals because I couldn't do basic bloody maths. I'll tell you where I was on Earth. Right? But I vividly remember that I'm an average bloke, but I've done some above average things, right? I've been to over 20 countries. I've bungee jumped in Zimbabwe. I've dove with crocodiles in the Zambezi River, right? I'm an uncle of 8, a godfather of 2. I've got this legend right next to me here, right? I have done some amazing things, but nobody have ever been as happy as this 4-minute video of just me staring at my reflection in a puddle, just clapping my hands. And eventually I got back to the hostel. I was the first one to get back to the hostel. I turned the TV on, and I still vividly remember there was Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, was on, right? And I watched about 6 episodes of this back to back. 2014, so you know a lot happened since 2014 with Steve Irwin. 6 episodes. I vividly remember the storyline. Mother crocodile got attacked, pregnant. She got a leg savage. They wanted to save her, save the leg, save her and the babies. Right? There was B plots, C plots, D plots, everything throughout. But I vividly remember sitting there watching 6 episodes, and then I just woke up the next morning. I was feeling amazing, right? And I went into the shower, and again felt great. Get a chance. And I remember coming out, and I just remember looking around the room, going, "Hang on, there's no bloody TV in this room." Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I'm so sorry. Come back here. Right? There's still a lot of me. Sorry. I still don't know right now if this is real, what's happening right now. A lot of people do a lot of things when they come to life, A lot of things don't do a lot when people get high, right? They see loved ones lost, they see loved ones that never existed, right? But for me, I watched an old Australian TV show. And truth be told, I've tried to get that high again because I really, really miss cheese TV. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our time now. Tory, you've done amazing. You've been amazing. Welcome back to the stage, Baby and Clark. Thanks for having me there.